Okay, welcome back here with Happy Chappy, and this is Attitude with Gratitude. So, one of the things that I find is that we need to be grateful for all that we have. To wake up, to have that breath, to be able to open our eyes, to be able to have a mouth to talk shit or whatever. Whatever we're going to do, we have to be grateful for what it is, what we have, what it is that's around us, and appreciate it and how that brings us life as we know it. Attitude is the other part. And this is like, to me, it could be bright or dark, but how we can balance that into the life, and how we can use that darkness in our attitude to fulfill our own needs, having the right attitude towards others. And it's not always nicey. We can't always just be nice to people because we want them to look at us in a certain way. We have to be nice to ourselves. So that means then the darkness has to come into play. And if we're being nice to ourselves, then how do we use that darkness to operate outside of us? And to me, that is putting up borderlines where we make it known to the people that's outside of us what is crossing the line, like personal space. So you don't want someone coming up and getting into your face, because they're breaking your personal space and impeding onto it. They're bringing their energy into yours, where you didn't ask for that, but if you didn't put up a borderline, how are they going to know? So you have to bring in that dark side by using it in a responsible way, by using the light with it in a well-mannered way. So being clear in how you're thinking and feeling about things to others, so they understand where you're coming from, and not just using it in a dark way, like an aggressive way, like what the fuck are you getting in my face for? You can use it away as like, oh, back up a wee bit, personal space, you could even joke about with it. But that's just an example of personal space, as in like, come on, here, keep out of my space, I'll keep out of your space, we can chat at a distance, we don't need that close that we can kiss. Yeah. But yeah, you could joke about with it and play with it, whatever comes to your mind, but you don't need to be aggressive about it, but making a borderline no matter what. Because if you don't, then someone's crossing that line. And when that line's crossed, it's bringing you into the darkness. And you're off balance because they've impeded into your energy. So it's disruptive. So be aware. Draw them lines. Make them borders. Let people know who you are and stop being who they want you to be. Be letting their energy impede onto you. Take control of your own energy and stand in that energy. And don't be impeding onto anyone else's energy either. Bring a balance to it. Respect others in the way you'd like to be respected. So you keep your distance unless you're invited into that energy. It's like a party. If you're not invited to a party, you don't just impede into that party, because you're bringing your energy into a place that you weren't invited to. So your energy wasn't accepted into that energy. So you're bringing a darkness, whether you're a nice person or not, you're still bringing a darkness to that energy because you weren't asked to that party. So you're impeding onto it. You're disrupting the atmosphere that's within the air, that energy field, whether it be good or not. They might see a good light, but because it's a response that they weren't expecting, you've brought them into their darkness. So always remember borderlines. We all have them. Some of us don't notice them. And we need to bring them into our own lives before we can start seeing them out there in others, and to adapt into that balance and respect one another. Okay, that's just my point of view and how I see it and how energy forms, and love and peace.